trying to run for it with Pollard. It's touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the whip. Topper!
They go with Howard again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. Alpha.
From the gun, it's Brady. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains.
Check motion.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. A give to Howard. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this 2nd very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Here's Blount. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, big man with ball. Met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Easy. 4 down. Easy. Check 26. Hey, check it. Me. I got motion man. Me. I got this. Regular. Hey, Alpha. Check it. Reload.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Blount has it. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half.
Hey, Alabama. Hey, exit.
They do go for it. It's Brady. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. On first down, it's Howard. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. He was brought down by Malik Collins. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Come on, the ball. Hey, 66. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Looking to throw on second down. Brady completes it to Blount. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustmts.
17 yards, first down, Vikings. One play has them to the 37 here for first and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. To throw, it's Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Brady now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Howard continuing to fight for more. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Come on, QB, come on. Give me 2 jet bombers. Give me 2 jet bombers. Big ass, big ass, big ass.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the run.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That's caught by Howard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Jordan Howard unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Back to throw. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He's back to throw. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Here's Bridgewater. Underneath, he's got Brate. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Back to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Bridgewater. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Bridgewater.
Hey, you got your 1st down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. They'll look to throw. Throw caught here by Bird. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And this one is right down the middle. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Shadow! Hey, Echo!
On first down, Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar.
Cut! Ship! Watch the ship! Watch the ship! Watch the ship! Hey! Watch the ship! Watch the ship! Alert! Motion backfield! Hey, Steve 6! Steve 6! Hey, Alabama!
From just shy of midfield, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a third down and 6. Big play coming up. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he finds Montgomery complete. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Again, it's Howard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Under 10, 10, pack it. Wide, get wide. Motion.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 14. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Detroit, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast